So, look, it is common to feel scattered and overwhelmed in your business, especially when you are newer. And newer means, within the first 3 to 5 years, I think, and it is true that the majority of businesses, pour every penny, that they make for the first 2.5 years of their business, so they can learn and grow and continue to understand how their business works so that they can scale it and see it be more profitable, right? But this doesn't have to take a really long time. But if you don't know what to do or you don't know where to start, that can be, or like you've taken a course and it worked a little bit, but it didn't work great for you. And now you're on like 18 different platforms, or you're trying so many different things. Maybe you're even still trying to do in person or going door to door, like just trying, like exhausting yourself. But like what I've seen happen for people is they start to have this like spiritual awakening as they enter the coaching world, and things start to, like, the universe does for you what you can't do for yourself sometimes. Like if there's a certain form of income that you are getting that isn't serving you or isn't right for you anymore, the universe will be like, sorry, I'm not, that's not going to work for you anymore, right? So what I help people do is focus in on what they want to do, number one, not like what feels good to you. Because if you, for instance, really want to just do coaching, but you're spending $1,000 on like ads, on Google for another business, or you're going, you really want to do online coaching, but you're talking to more people in person, or you want to get more people who are like around your age, but you're on TikTok and you're 45 or 50. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people come to me and they're like, Missy, like, can you help me market my services? And I'm like, well, what do you sell? Like, what do you do? And a lot of times what happens is, people who have a lot of certifications or who have been helping others or learning a lot for a long time, or have been helping like other people in different ways, are like, oh, well, this should be easy, or like, definitely I'll get clients. Like, of course I'm going to be a great coach, but like, when I first became a therapist, I wasn't like, hey, where are my therapy clients? Like immediately, or even after 6 months or 9 months, like I needed help. Like I needed people to show me the way. Like I spent $55,000 on my education, and then spent $55,000 to work with coaches all over the world who had what I wanted, who were able to speak to anybody, who were really strong, who had great boundaries, who could show up and deliver an excellent product, who could speak about it with authority. And I wanted to live a lifestyle with more ease. I wanted to create offers like an artist, and I wanted to sell without hanging on to the consequence, hanging on to the outcomes, just letting go and letting God and letting you be and letting me be. And like I was talking to one of my VIP clients who's literally bought like every program I've ever done ever. I was like, hey, it's, to me, an offer is like art. It's like, hey, would you like to and help me with this piece on this art project? Would you like to work together on this? And I'll teach you more about painting and we can learn together, along the way. Like, or hey, like, I know I've learned something about this. Like, do you want to listen to a lecture about it and get some homework and get some personalized feedback so that you can show your clients exactly who you are, so that you can feel more confident with your language skills and marketing, like, and all those beautiful things. So the most important thing for you is to know what's the next step for me to take. And it can be scary sometimes because it seems very simple, because usually the answer is very, very simple, but it may go against what your ego tells you to do because you're afraid of the consequences of what will happen if you trust and listen to your inner voice. Or you are worried that something from the past will happen again, which is still fear that you're projecting into the future, or you're feeling the pain, or you're worried about the rejection. So you're distracting yourself by doing all these different things, but you're wearing yourself thin and you're setting yourself up for burnout. So let me help you get laser focused, on your niche, on your ideal client, on exactly where you need to be and where you need to be marketing and who you need to be selling to. So you're not spending months and months and months trying to figure this out. Like, no, you're not going to make $1 million immediately. Like, that's very, very rare. But can you begin to make 1K months, 2K months, 3K months, 5K months, 10K months, and work up from there? Now, sometimes you make more money and less, and sometimes less. Yes, that's just part of being a business owner. That's part of life. Okay. So I take a very realistic approach, also a very holistic and natural approach. I want you to be able to use low tech and low cost technology as you build a business and are newer to help you save the money to invest in the things that really matter to you so you can learn the things that are important. It's like if you were doing a triathlon and you were terrible at biking, you wouldn't just focus on swimming, right? Or if you're terrible at swimming, maybe you would hire a swim coach if you want to get better, improve your score or just feel more confident and comfortable in the water. And if somebody's been, teaching other people swimming and they, for 20 years and they've been practicing swimming their whole life, you're like, okay, this person could probably see how I'm swimming, from the outside looking in. I'm not seeing this from above, right? And they are an expert. They know what they're doing, so they can give me more direction so I can improve faster. It's like as kids, we had, of course, we hired people to help us to learn how to read and how to play baseball or whatever it is you played. Of course we did. It was normalized. It was normal. And then it was normal to go to college. It was normal to pay $100,000, more, to get an education. And honestly, like a lot of the coaches I've worked with, I've paid way less and I've gotten way more. But it's a journey, and we do learn along the way. But all those experiences are part of our journey and give us, the support that we need, the experiences that we need to be the leader, to be the person that we are now. So continue to be a consumer of transformation by continuing to invest in your learning. Like if you were willing to put $50,000 in student loans or more, but you're not willing to engage $500 or something to learn social media marketing. Like, come on. If you want to make 10K months and that's your goal, if you really want to reach people across the world, but $500 seems like too much to invest, then like, what are you doing? Like, what are you waiting for? Is that price too low? Like, what the hell? Anyway, like, what is stopping you? I want to know. Like, I want to know what you feel unclear on, like, where you're stuck. And, like, perhaps I can just provide that quick insight for you to get you to jump over that hurdle more quickly so you can get more clients, get the money, and get the sustainable business that you want.